Be me, 29M night shift archivist for a municipal records facility. Building is a brutalist concrete block from the 70s, located in the basement levels. No windows, just rows and rows of metal shelving units. Smell of old dust, decaying paper, and industrial floor wax. My job is simple. Receive request tickets from the pneumatic tube system. Walk to the corresponding aisle. Retrieve the box, scan the barcode, send it up via the dumbwaiter. I speak to no one. I see no one. My shift is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I have a system. Arrive at 9:50 p.m. Place thermos of black coffee on the left corner of the desk. Arrange 3 pens in parallel lines. Check the humidity sensors. Sit in the ergonomic chair that squeaks when I lean back. I like the silence. It is heavy and predictable. 3 months ago, management sends an email. Digitization Project Initiative. They are sending a contractor to scan the priority files. I assume they will work the day shift. I am wrong. Tuesday night, 10:05 p.m. The elevator dings. It is the loudest sound I have heard in weeks. Doors open. A woman walks out, maybe 28, wearing a yellow oversized sweater that looks like it sheds. Messy bun, loose strands of hair everywhere, carrying a tote bag that is overflowing with cables. She looks at me. She smiles. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the scanner. I blink. You're late, I say. Traffic was a nightmare, she says. She dumps her bag on the spare desk across from mine. The thud echoes. She starts unpacking. Laptop, portable scanner, a bag of pretzels, a water bottle with stickers all over it. One sticker says, "Save the bees." Another is a picture of a cat with sunglasses. It is visual noise. I turn back to my monitor. Where do I start? She asks. I point to aisles 4 without looking up. Thanks, boss, she says. She walks away. Her sneakers squeak on the linoleum. I take a sip of coffee. It tastes bitter. I hate change. 2 weeks pass. She is here every night. She arrives at 10:15 p.m. usually. She never apologizes for being late again. She just says things like, "The moon looks cool tonight," or "My car made a weird noise." I grunt in response. I continue my filing. She hums while she scans. It is not a recognizable song, just a low, tuneless vibration. It drives me insane. I put on noise-canceling headphones. I play white noise. I can still see her in my peripheral vision. She moves a lot. She stretches her arms. She spins in her chair while waiting for the scanner to process. One night, 2 a.m., I am walking to aisle 12. I pass her desk. She is eating a tangerine. The smell of citrus cuts through the dust smell. It is sharp and alien. Want a slice? She asks. She holds out a wedge. Her fingers are small. Ink stains on her thumb. No food near the archives. I say. We're in the break zone, she says. We are technically 5 feet away from the shelving. Crumbs attract pests, I say. It's a fruit, not a cracker, she says. She pops the wedge in her mouth. She smiles again. I walk away. I check the pest traps later that night. Empty. Week 5. The pneumatic tube system jams. It happens sometimes. A canister gets stuck in the bend. The alarm starts beeping. A high-pitched, rhythmic screech. I sigh. I grab the ladder. I grab the wrench. Sarah stands up. Need help? She asks. No, I say. I climb the ladder. The canister is wedged tight. I wrench the access panel open. My hand slips. I drop the wrench. It clatters to the floor. Sarah picks it up. She climbs the first 2 rungs of the ladder. She hands it to me. Here, she says. I look down. Her face is close to my knee. She smells like vanilla and that citrus stuff. I take the wrench. Our fingers brush. Her skin is warm. My hand is cold. Thanks, I mumble. She steps down. She watches me fix it. She doesn't hum. She just watches. I fix the jam. The beeping stops. The silence returns. But it feels different now. Less empty. Week 8. It is raining outside. I know this because she comes in soaking wet. Her hair is plastered to her face. She is shivering. Forgot my umbrella, she says. She is laughing, but her teeth are chattering. She sits at her desk. She wraps herself in her yellow sweater, but it's damp. The HVAC is set to 68 degrees to preserve the paper. It is cold. I watch her type. Her hands are shaking slightly. I look at my thermostat. I look at her. I stand up. I walk to the maintenance closet. I grab the space heater I keep for emergencies. It is technically a fire hazard. I plug it in under her desk. I turn it on. The coils glow orange. She looks down. She looks at me. Her eyes are very brown. I thought these were against regulation, she says. Don't tell anyone, I say. I go back to my desk. I put my headphones on. I don't play any music. I just listen to the hum of the heater and her breathing. 10 minutes later, a post-it note appears on my monitor. It is bright pink. It says, "Thank you," with a drawing of a cat. I peel it off. I stick it inside my desk drawer, next to my spare staples. Month 3. We have a routine. 10:15 p.m. she arrives. We nod. 12 a.m. we take a break. She brings 2 coffees from the vending machine upstairs. 1 with cream and sugar for her. 1 black for me. The machine coffee is terrible. It tastes like burnt plastic. I drink it anyway. We sit on the floor in aisle 7. It is the town zoning records from the 1950s. Nobody ever requests them. It is our spot. Did you see the game? She asks. I don't watch sports, I say. Did you read the news? She asks. I don't have a TV, I say. What do you do? She asks. I read. I say. Read what? History. Biographies. She nods. She leans her head back against the metal shelf. I watch reality TV, she says. Trash, I say. It is, she agrees. I love it. She tells me about the drama on the show. I pretend not to listen. But I remember the names. I remember who cheated on who. I remember why Brenda is mad at Stacy. I find myself waiting for 12 a.m. I check my watch at 11:55 p.m. I organize my pens while I wait. One night, she looks tired. Dark circles under her eyes. She isn't humming. She isn't spinning. She is just scanning. Page after page. Flash of light. Turn page. Flash of light. 12 a.m. comes. She doesn't get up. I wait. 12:10 a.m. I stand up. I walk to the elevator. I go up to the lobby. The security guard is asleep. I go to the vending machine. I buy a coffee, cream and sugar. I buy a bag of pretzels. I go back down. I walk to her desk. I put the coffee and pretzels next to her hand. She jumps a little. She looks at the coffee. She looks at me. Her face softens. It looks like she might cry. Rough day? I ask. My landlord raised the rent, she says. And my cat is sick. The one with the sunglasses? I ask. She laughs. A small, wet sound. Yeah, Barnaby. Barnaby is a stupid name for a cat, I say. He's a distinguished gentleman, she says. She opens the pretzels. She offers me one. I take it. I eat it. It is salty and dry. We stay at her desk for break. She talks about the vet bills. I listen. I don't offer advice. I just listen. When she finishes the coffee, she throws the cup in the bin. She misses. It bounces off the rim. I pick it up and put it in. Nice shot, I say. Shut up, she says. She smiles. The heaviness in the room lifts. Month 4. The digitization project is at 80%. I see the progress bar on her screen. A knot forms in my stomach. I ignore it. It is just indigestion from the vending machine coffee. We are in Isla 20. Old blueprints, very large formats. She needs help unfolding them to scan. We stand on opposite sides of the table, carefully smoothing out the brittle paper. Careful, I say. This is from 1922. I know, she says. Her hand brushes mine as we smooth a crease. She doesn't pull away. I don't pull away. We stand there, hands touching on top of a blueprint of a sewage treatment plant. My heart is beating very fast. It is annoying. I look at her. She is looking at the paper, but her cheeks are pink. Okay, she says softly. Scan ready. I move my hand. The scanner flashes. The moment is gone, but the air feels charged, like static electricity before a storm. Later that night, I am at my desk. She is at hers. Hey, she says. Yeah? Do you ever want to go outside? I go outside every morning when I leave. I say. No, I mean, go somewhere. Not here. I look at the concrete walls. I like it here, I say. It's safe, she says. It's organized, I say. It's lonely, she says. I don't answer. She turns back to her screen. The humming starts. It's a sadder tune tonight. I don't put my headphones on. Month 5. The project is at 95%. The end is coming. I start cleaning the archives more aggressively, dusting shelves that are already clean, realigning boxes that are perfectly straight. She notices. You're stress cleaning, she says. I am maintaining standards, I say. You're gonna miss me, she says. She is teasing, but her voice wavers at the end. I stop dusting. I look at her. She is wearing the yellow sweater again. It is piling now. You are efficient, I say, for a contractor. She rolls her eyes. High praise from the archive king. She throws a paperclip at me. It hits my shoulder. I pick it up. I put it in my pocket. I don't put it in the tray. Friday night. Her last shift. The progress bar hits 100%. She saves the files to the hard drive. She packs up the scanner. She packs up the laptop. The desk looks empty. It looks like it did before she came. Just gray laminate. She stands up. She puts on her coat. It is 5:50 a.m. My shift ends in 10 minutes. Well, she says. Well, I say. She shifts her weight. I left the hard drive on the server rack, she says. Okay, I'll process it. Okay. She looks at the door. Then she looks at me. You know, she says, you could call me or text, since we're not co-workers anymore. She pulls a card out of her pocket. It is a business card, but she has crossed out the work number and written a cell number in purple ink. She puts it on my desk, next to the 3 pens. If you want, she says. I don't really use phones, I say. It is a lie. I have a phone, I just don't use it for people. Right, she says. She looks disappointed. She forces a smile. Well, bye, Anon. Try not to get eaten by the dust bunnies. Goodbye, Sarah. She turns. She walks to the elevator. She hits the button. The doors open. She steps in. She looks back one last time. The doors close. The mechanism whirs. She is gone. Silence returns. It fills the room instantly, rushing into the space she occupied. I sit down. I look at the empty desk across from me. No stickers, no cables, no citrus smell, just the hum of the HVAC. It is exactly what I wanted. Peace, order, solitude. I look at the business card. The purple ink is bright against the gray desk. I pick it up. I run my thumb over the numbers. I open my drawer to file it. I see the pink post-it note. Thank you. I look at the paperclip I kept. My chest hurts. It is a physical ache, like I swallowed a stone. I close the drawer. I do not file the card. I put it in my shirt pocket, over my heart. I check the time. 6 a.m. Shift over. I stand up. I grab my thermos. I walk to the elevator. I press the button. I wait. The silence is deafening. It is not heavy and predictable anymore. It is sharp. It is empty. I get in the elevator. I go up to the lobby. The morning sun is hitting the glass doors. It is bright. I walk out to the parking lot. I get in my car. It is a gray sedan. I sit there, keys in hand. I look at the card again. I pull out my phone. It has 82% battery. I unlock it. My thumb hovers over the keypad. I type the numbers. I don't hit call. I just stare at them. A string of digits, a connection. I save the contact, Sarah Scanner. I delete Scanner. Just Sarah. I put the phone down. I start the car. I drive home. I stop at a grocery store. I walk to the produce section. I buy a bag of tangerines. I don't even like tangerines. I drive home. I sit in my kitchen. I peel one. The smell fills the room. It smells like chaos. It smells like yellow sweaters. It smells like her. I eat a slice. It is sweet. I take my phone out again. I open a new message. Cursor blinking. I type, Barnaby is a good name. I stare at it for 5 minutes. My heart is hammering against my ribs. This is inefficient. This is unnecessary. This disrupts the routine. I hit send. 3 dots appear immediately, bubbling, transforming. I knew you liked him. D. Then another message. Coffee? Real coffee? Not the vending machine poison? I look at the empty kitchen. I look at the perfectly arranged spice rack. I look at the silence. I type back, yes. When? she asks. Now, I type. Meet me at the diner on 4th, she says. Okay. I put the phone down. I stand up. I leave the tangerine peels on the table. I don't clean them up. I grab my keys. I walk out the door. I leave the silence behind.